Good afternoon, Matchbox collectors. These videos are far and few. I just don't collect Matchbox. I don't really like the subjects that they do. But today they did one that I do like. This is the 1949 Kurtis Sports Car. I've always heard about it, but knew nothing about it. Let's see. Yeah, standard Mattel type of packaging. Copyright 2021. Number 28 of 102. Okay. So a little history. In the 1920s, this is all Wikipedia stuff, guys. Frank Curtis, he worked alongside Harley Earl at a Cadillac dealership in Los Angeles. And by the 1930s, Curtis was building oval track midget race cars and cars for the Indy 500. By the 1950s, he built 5 Indy 500 car winners. So that's pretty impressive. So then some investors were interested, and he decided to make his own car. So that is this thing. It's called the Kurtis Sports Car. Oh, scale. Let's check that out. I always forget. So the internet tells me the scale or the wheelbase length of this guy is 2540. So that looks pretty centered. So 41.4. So this number here divided by 41.4. Eesh, 161 scale. This thing's huge. So this car's really small, but it is a pretty old car, so it makes sense actually. Sorry. Okay, does it really say the scale on the bottom? I know sometimes Matchbox do, but nope, this one does not. Okay, back to the photos. I was thinking about doing a 3D printed wheel project, but it's almost like no reason to, other than covering up that little hubcap. Not sure if it's worth the effort. Right? Those wheels are so close. Good job, Matchbox. All right, that looks all right. That's the best side view shot I could find. Yeah, I think it's an attractive car. Maybe in its day it looked a little bit goofy. It looks kind of like a frog, like a midget, sprite, an Austin Haley sprite from the front. That's the lights peeking in. Sorry, I have to find my dental pick. Alright, so this is like a metallic maroon color, or red, I guess. It's nicely done. It's not too flaky, so I like it. As we talked about the wheels, they're pretty close, other than the exposed axles. They're really good, partially because the rear wheel is also hidden. It's not so obvious. The middle plastic piece is chromed, and it's a wise choice because the whole middle of the car is covered in chrome strips. The panel caps seem alright. The door handle sticking out. Unfortunately, there's no silver paint on it. That is a chrome door handle in the real deal. Going to the front end. Yeah, you got the 3-bar grill, and there's some well, you know what? That's just chrome in there, but it's so deep it looks black. But it is just chrome. But whatever, it's fine. And then this little hood ornament or trimming, it actually has Kurtis printed on it, so that's nicely done. And then Matchbox has the graphics on the headlights, which I like. Auto World, pay attention. Okay, going around to the back. So yeah, there's some taillights on red on silver, and then it's all covered by this chrome plastic bumper, and then some exhaust tips with a little bit of indication that they might be hollow, maybe? No, that could just be a reflection. I think it's just flat. And then again, this little chrome piece says Kurtis on it, so that's nice. This is like a stub. I don't know. Oh, that's the fuel filler. Although I kind of feel like it should be down here more. Okay, tan interior, matches the first photograph. We got some nice, maybe buttons, snap downs or something, details, some wrinkles, ribbing on the seat, steering wheel. It's not the greatest. It's kind of weird to see the arms outside of the ring. Weird. They should be able to do a better job than that. A little stick shift there. Pretty plain dashboard. Oh well. Yeah, we saw the base. It is a plastic base. This is a very light model. Only half of this thing is actually die-cast metal. But I don't actually mind lightweight models because they don't break easily and they weigh less. You know, when you ship stuff in the mail, or in my case, I'm going to put it on an airplane, you know, weight matters. You notice the window trim is nice. There's no like blobbiness to it. Ideally, there would be a little paint there, but this is a Matchbox car. It wasn't very expensive, so. And then, yes, Matchbox rolls. A couple things I want to read off here from the internet again. So this is built on a steel frame. It has aluminum body panels, and the suspension and most of the drivetrain, which is a V8, choices different V8s, 82 to 160 horsepower. They're pulled from a 1949 Ford. This car was sold only 2 years, 1949 and 1950. Only around 18 to 36 were produced. And the reason why, it was really expensive. This thing sold for $3,500 up to $5,000 back in 1950, right, or 1949, which is $1,000 more than the all-new Jaguar XK120, which is another beautiful car, I think. So, financial analysis led Kurtis to sell off the rights to the vehicle, all that stuff. He bailed out. He was smart. He couldn't make money on, you know, on this vehicle. But this actually has some racing credentials. So there was a gentleman, Wally Parks, and in 1949, he took this thing to 142 miles per hour at the Bonneville Salt Flats. Wally Parks was the founder of the NHRA, Drag Racing Association. He was also the co-founder of Hot Rod Magazine. So, you know, if Wally likes it, you should too. Okay, well, I'm not really sure if I'm going to even bother with a 3D printed wheel project. And we're back with really simple axle fillers, or center caps, I guess. They're extremely simple on the real thing. It's just a cone and a little bit of a dish inside of it. So that's literally just glued in there on in the hole of the axles. The wheel is the actual Matchbox wheel, and that's that. I painted them silver, of course. And then there's really nothing else to do because Matchbox did a great job with everything. You know, the headlights, even these recessed taillights and all that stuff. So, pretty happy. I know nothing's really going to stick to this plastic, so I didn't bother painting any of that. Nothing even wants to stick to the outer paint unless it's oil-based. Okay. Don't have too many other vehicles to pursue, but I will mention these two. This is called a Kurtis 500KK. That thing's awesome looking. It looks like a Cobra, or like a AC. The AC that the Cobra is based off of. And then this is another more popular Kurtis Roadster there. Alright, well, continuing on, so got some other classic Hot Wheels here. I don't have really Matchboxes to talk about, so this is a good old 67 Austin Mini pickup, a relatively recent release. This thing's awesome. I love the racing. In the review of this one, I come to realize the reason why this says El Segundo Rally is because Mattel, I think, is located in El Segundo. So I don't know if there's a real rally there, but I assume that's why. If there is no real rally there, that's probably why it says El Segundo. Okay, and then this guy here, we got the good old pickup. What is this thing, though? This is called a Troca, so I guess it's kind of a fictional pickup that looks pretty much like a real pickup. Whether it's a Ford or Chevy, I'm not sure. And then I have these little metallic wheels that are designed for Hot Wheels, and I swapped out, although they're kind of wasted on the back because they're mostly hidden. But they got little brake rotors in there. Just look up alloy wheels, Hot Wheels on eBay or AliExpress. And the last one is this really old one. I've kept this since I was a child. So this is the 31 Duesenberg from 1976. So, in fact, I was too young to be playing with this, but I did buy it when I was a little kid, so maybe I did buy this when I was like 6 years old or something like that, but it was just, I don't know. Anyways, one of the oldest things I've ever kept, you know, other than me, myself. And I think they might even release this every now and then. When's the last time they released this casting? It's still a cool casting. It'd be nice if a premium brand did a Duesenberg. That'd be awesome. Such a big vehicle. No idea what scale this is. Never reviewed it. Alright. So there's a bunch of old random Hot Wheels and one Matchbox car. And actually, you know, scale-wise, they actually look like they make sense. At least the pickup and the Duesenberg are bigger than this, and the Mini is smaller than that. So I think that makes pretty decent sense, even though they're probably, none of them are 164 probably. Alright, well, let's get this over here. So it's nice. Really nice Matchbox. I'm not sure. I guess they'll have to just continue doing what they're doing. It's just that for some reason I generally don't like this brand. Maybe it's just the cars they choose to do. The only other Matchbox I really wanted was the Presidential Beast limousine, but it just never showed up where I live, or scalpers just got to them before I could. So yeah, well, hopefully another premium brand does that car as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next somewhat of a 3D printed wheel project. Not really. 3D center cap project. Alright, bye now.